Okay, for those of you who are not teachers primarily of English language arts or math, you don't have Common Core standards right now that are found within BYOC. You still have your model learning standards that were created by the state of Wisconsin, and those are the standards that you're going to find within BYOC. Yours will be different when it comes to learning targets. You are going to have to create your own learning targets, your own I can statements based on what your standards say for each one of your topic areas, for each one of your grades, spans for your courses. So I'm going to show you with an art class. Again, I've logged into BYOC. I'm on the editing side because you see the kids are across the top of my screen. So I'm going to choose Art Foundations. And as I get into Art Foundations, I'm going to scroll down and pick a unit. I'm going to pick pencil drawing. And within pencil drawing, I'm going to click Value Scale. And then we're going to wait patiently for our next screen to come up, which would be the topic screen. And as you can see, there aren't any learning targets entered here. But if you go again underneath the topic overview, there are three options: a new learning target, a new learning target by standard, and assigned learning target. Well, since we didn't purchase, or there were not deconstructed standards for art that we purchased as a district, again, we only purchased the deconstructed standards for the Common Core, ELA and Math. I need to click on this middle one, which says New Learning Target by Standards. And then what you see below and what appears are the art standards. So, according to Wisconsin, these are the areas that our students need to be able to know for art. What it's going to mean then for the teacher of this class, an Arts Foundations class, is to, one, identify the standards that are part of Art Foundations. So you should be able to go to Art Education under Department in the first section. Wisconsin Model Standards. And this might speed up the process, but it shows then under Strand all of the different strands for the art standards. What you know about an Art Foundations class, or what you know about your Ag class or your Phy-Ed class, you can choose what strands apply. So, again, for example, let's say G, Strand G, which Art and Design Criticism, that there's going to be some components of that particular standard within Art Foundations. I would go and click that, and that brings up my 4 standards that deal with Art and Design Criticism. I would click the first one, use visual images as tools for thinking and communicating, and click Select. And again, wait wait patiently for it to wheel its way around. And then it comes up with a screen that says, fill in appropriate fields listed below and press Save to add a learning target associated with this course and district standard. So now you get a text box, and this is where you can enter the I can statement, or what it is you would expect your students to be able to do. So based on what it says, use visual images as tools for thinking and communicating. So that is more of a do statement. They are going to use visual images as tools. So I can use visual images to help me communicate. And I would click. Well, before I click, I would scroll down. What type of an assessment will I use in order to be able to know that my students know how to do that? And I would enter an assessment further below. And that assessment comes in all kinds of possible forms that have been given to you on a list. So you could add your own. If what you want to use in assessment is not included on here, then you can add your own in the text box. So I'm going to put performance task, and then I'm going to hit Save Learning Target. It says I'm successful, and I'm going to go back. And now that learning target is listed for my Art Foundations class. So again, that's a quick example of what you want to do. So based on what the topic is that you are looking at on your unit, you're going to want to find learning targets that represent that particular topic. And that should then be able to be your way to put in your new learning targets for your students. So again, this is for any course that does not have its own set of unpacked standards, but when you have to create your learning standards for your course, you would have to go through this process of entering in your learning targets one by one.